Hey everybody. Sorry I am a couple of minutes late. I fell asleep and didn't realize that my tablet died in the process. So my setup is a little weird today, so if I don't answer your questions or see your comments right away, it's only because my tablet is off to the side instead of right in front of me now, so I'm feeling a little off today. So, hi Jacqueline, how are you, sweetheart? Hi Marilyn. So today we're gonna do boys' hair, which I don't remember who asked about boys' hair. Hi Dawn, hi Tina. But I wanted to let you guys know, don't let boys' hair and girls' hair freak you out. It's all just hair. Hi Denise. So no matter how you look at the hair, it's just hair. It's pretty much done the same way. It's just that boys, you know, the styles are a little different or something like that. Hi Kim. So I'm gonna actually start out today with Luca. And this is, excuse me, I always run it across my desk so that it'll flatten out when I do a digital stamp. So, but this is Barefoot Luca. And let's see, I'm gonna use, oh, and I need to say thank you to everybody for letting me have a couple of days with everything that's been going on. Sorry, I still can't talk about it very well. But I'm going to start out with E23, E25, E27, and E29. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so that everybody can see better what I'm doing. There we go. There. Now we can see his hair a lot better. So I'm going to start out with E27, which is the second to the darkest. And when I do Luca's hair, I just kind of go over, I go with the patterns and I just kind of do a section at a time. And I use really thin flicks. So just medium to thin. I don't use thick for his hair because we want it to have those hair, like, you know, because our hair, it's not just one big mob of stuff unless you've got dreads. Well, then it would make sense to not have all the strands showing. And my hands are a little shaky today, so super sorry if things don't look their best. Hi Betsy, how are you? So just doing, and I'm coming, and I just start at the crown, just like I would a girl's hair. And then he's got this one, because his bangs come down. He's got that popular hair of a boy. And then this, since his bangs are covering, this is going to be a little bit darker. Same with down here in the back. And then I'm going to flip him around because you guys know that I'm a puller, not a pusher. So, and I'm going to come up from the bottom. And it's okay since this is, you know, this is 27, it's not the 29. If it was the 29, my strokes wouldn't be so far down. But since this is, you know, the next to darkest color, then it's okay. Hi Susan, hi Esmeralda. So, gonna go ahead and do his curvy bangs right here. And you know me, I always just come up the side here when it comes to these curls and come up like that. It just makes it easier for me. I'm sure that y'all have your own way, but if that way helps you, then I'm very happy for it. Hi, Gail. And he's got lots of curvies on his bangs. But I mean, these are the same things that I would do for a girl's hair. So hair's just hair. Don't let it freak you out. And like I said, I like doing thinner strokes on hair. We should do dreads one day. Would anybody be interested in doing dreads at all? Does anybody color dreads? I don't even think I've seen anybody color dreads, to be honest. So now I'm going to use E25, and I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm trying to stay in the camera so that you can see the cap too. But this is one of my favorite colors. So let's see, and I'm just pulling out the E27 with the E25. I'm not going in the, well, that time I just went in the middle, oh well. But you can go in the middle if you like, if you want to, but I'm just going about halfway and pulling that 27 out a little bit more. Now this one, you can tell that the bangs are kind of overlapping this piece. So this one, I'm going to actually go all the way up. That way you have that contrast, and it will make it look as if this is sitting forward even more. And you could even do it here with this piece as well. So go ahead and bring these up, pull those out. Hi, Nellie. So go ahead and bring all of this up. This just looks like a wicked mess right now. That's okay, because it'll look better in a few. Now remember what I said over here about pulling it up for the contrast. Go ahead and do that for that one there too. I know a few of you have been asking me to color Luca. So what I'll do, hi Jackie. So what I'll do is I will save this one because he's got a lot of good qualities about him with his bare feet and his shirt and his pants. And we can, unless you guys want to color a different Luca, we can just color this one. Maybe we can do it Saturday or something. I was planning on doing rainbow hair on Saturday because I know that's been requested of me a couple of times. Hi, Stephanie. So just pulling the E25 down and pulling the E27 out a little bit more. And we are going to go back over this, so if we need to pull it out some more, we can, but for now we're just getting the basics in there. There we go. Jackie, did I say hi to you? I hope I said hi to you. My memory is faulty right now. I'm so sorry. So now I'm going to go in with my E23. And I'm going to start filling in some of these spots. And this is just going to be, I'm not trying to be perfect. This is just completely random. You can leave some white if you want to leave some white in his hair. That's not something I normally do. But for right now, because we're going to be going back over his hair, right now, leaving a little bit of white is more than fine. But can you see how if you go from top or bottom or vice versa, whichever, but you come from either way. Oh, good. I'm glad I said hi to you. I would feel bad if I didn't. but if you come from the bottom and the top, you will get that perfect highlight in the center. And that's the easiest way. I know some people will actually take their pencil and like draw a perfect line, but your hair is not perfect, and the what do you call it? The shine from the sun or the light is not going to be perfect either. So that was E23. Oh, that's got to be funny, Jackie, having Mama Deer chase the neighbor's dog. That poor dog, but that would still be kind of funny. It'll teach the dog to leave her alone, that's for sure. So now I'm going to go in with my darkest marker, which is E29. And this is where a lot more of the dark contrast comes in. And you don't need a lot of E29. As you can tell, just putting in those 4 little strokes really made a huge difference. Now I'm going to move on to the next one. And like I said, I'm only putting in, like, I mean, it looks like I'm going, like I'm putting in a whole bunch, but it's not. It's because I don't just draw a straight line, because you can tell that's really wiggly. So I tend to do little flicks like this when I do lines. He's a vicious dog. Ha ha ha, Jackie. Okay, so now we're going to go in from the crown. And we're going to do this part here. And I'm only putting one right here because this one right here is just, it's so thin. But I am going to pull a little bit in here for that contrast. And then same with this one. And I'm going to go ahead and put the contrast in here. Yes, Meadow?
It's not actually Meadow, it's me.
What?
The classroom board was falling off the wall, so I went to help Meadow. We moved it off the wall, and there's mold growing on the wall.
Okay, I'll deal with it in a minute after my class.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. So here is that piece. I didn't go too much. There we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and go from the bottom. And, oh, that's funny. I just saw myself coloring out this corner of my eye, and I'm so used to my tablet being in front of me that it actually kind of freaked me out for a minute, so I had to stop and look. Hey, Paula, how are you, sweetheart? So I'm going to go up, and I'm doing a little bit of a dark contrast right here underneath that main front piece. And then I'm coming up on the other sides. Like I said, this one we're not going full-blown coloring. This is just going to be like highlight stuff. So go around. Here we go. How would you shade with black hair? The same way, we're going to be doing his hair. Don't worry, I'm going to show you black, because I know a lot of people like doing black hair. They like doing blonde hair. So let's see. But don't worry, we're going to do black next. So get the little back ends here. I only printed off 2 Luca. Did print off, and I can't find him on the Paper Nest Dolls website now. I think he may have retired, or not Paper Nest Dolls, Paper Shelter. I don't think so. I don't think we got cut off, Marilyn. So there's the highlighted part, and you can go back in. You know what, you guys? I think Facebook is having issues because right now I can't even get into the files section. Let me, just in case you guys can't hear me. Whoops, no. Here we go. I'm just typing in. That way you guys can also see what I'm writing, and in case you can't hear me. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, good, you can hear me fine. Okay, just in case. I didn't know, so I just wanted that there just in case. I like to cover all my bases. I noticed that my screen is a little, on my tablet, is a little bit wonky. So, if this keeps messing up, if Facebook keeps messing up so bad, I might do our classes on Zoom for a little while, because I know Zoom is working, because I had to do a class, a blogging class yesterday. So I might move us over there until Facebook can get their stuff together. So now I'm going in to some of the in between the dark parts with my E27 and just putting in, and I'm not going to blend this out because I want the strokes to be there. Hi, Cassie. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those strokes in. As you can tell, it's looking more and more like stranded like strands of hair instead of like a gobbledygook mess. Just come down slightly from there. And then I'm going to flip them around, and I'm trying not to go, this time with the E27, I'm trying not to go that far into the middle part. Oh, Marilyn, I'm so sorry that it just keeps taking you back to the beginning. I'm so sorry that Facebook is messing up right now. I will do a poll after, because I know some people don't like Zoom. But that will record, and I can hopefully post those videos just like this one. But I will see who would like to do some Zoom videos until Facebook gets their business together. So there is Luca's hair using, let's see, we used E29 and we used E27. And we used, what is this, E25. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Stephanie. I just don't like letting anybody down, so I want to make sure that you guys are all covered and that you guys can see and everything is taken care of, because it's no fun when things aren't working right. So there is Luca's hair with the brown. Yay, Marilyn, you're back. Are you on the right end though? That's my question. So I have another Luca, and we're gonna color this one. I told Denise that we would color this one with black hair. So let me get my markers. They're kind of scattered because well, I think I have my stuff together about as well as Facebook does right now. So let's see, I have C5, C6, C7, C4, C9, and I know there's 8. Where's 8? Here's 8. There's 8. Okay, so these are the ones that I'm going to use, and I am going to start out, let's see, C9 is our absolute darkest, but we're going to use this one like a highlight, just like we did the E29. So I'm going to put that one aside, and we're going to start with number 8. So we're starting out with C8. This one will do the same thing as we did C7, or E27, sorry. I'm not going out quite as far because we do have a few more markers to use. And I'm just starting from, again, just starting from the crown and coming out. Now the C8 I usually only put in once. I don't normally do that one twice. Because the second time I go in with C9. And those two are pretty darn close in color. Now you're probably asking why I don't use the two, you know, like go from like C3, C5, C7, you know, the 2 or 3 in between. Marilyn, try restarting your computer, honey. That might help. I know I've had to do that several times over the last few days with Facebook. So let's see. Whoops, I forgot to do his little back danglies back here. So that's C8. And then we're going to use C7. But what I was saying is the C's tend to blend a little better when they're just, it's the one that's right next to them. So like C8, C7 will blend a little bit better than C9. And that's just my personal opinion. So you can do it however you like. It's just I noticed that I tend to overblend when I'm using them far apart. Had to get on your iPad to watch. You know what? That's so weird, Marilyn, because on the La La Land Crafts design team, we've been noticing that like if you're on an iPad, some things work, as to where if you're on an Android or a computer, it won't work. So I have no idea what Facebook is doing, but I think they needed to have some women take over. I think that would be totally much better, more beneficial, completely. So let's see, and we'll turn him around, and now we're going to come from this side, and we're just going to pull that 8 out a little bit. Stephanie, are you laughing at me because I said they need to have some women take over? Because I'm all for it, seriously. Because you know we'll get some stuff done, and you know we'll get it done right and stop tinkering with everything. My granddaddy always said, and I know my friends have heard me say this several times, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But men have to go and tinker with everything. So that was C7. This is going to be C6. Now I'm going to start going in between the strands a little bit. And as you can tell, his hair looks like a complete Greek tragedy right now. And it will until we get it done, just like little brown-haired Luca. And again, it's just the short strokes. I'm not doing any long strokes because I want it to look black, but I still want it to I still want it to look, you know, we want those highlights and those low lights. Right, Marilyn, we do. We need some women to get in there and fix it. Either that or get the men to stop tinkering with it. Just leave it be already. Hope they watch this video. If I become banned from Facebook, y'all know they watch this video. Kicked me off for telling them to let women do the work. Hi, Carrie. How are you? So that was C6. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump C5 because I don't have very much space left, and I'm just going to go in with my C4. My C4 is pretty darn juicy, so it tends to blend pretty good. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to fill in. Now, again, personal preference. I'm just doing random strokes here, and you can either fill in the white or you can leave some white, whatever you feel like doing. But the 4, if you want it to look more white without having actual white, you can go all the way down to the C3. Where's my 3? Here's my 3. But as you can tell, my C3 is pretty light, so you can still see the white through, but it still gives it that grayish tone. Because black hair, I mean, look at some photos on Google. Hi, Pam. Look at some Google photos and stuff like that, and you will see, even on black hair, that shine is not white. It's like a grayish, shiny black. It's not white. So now we're going to go in with the C9, the darkest color I said we were going to use today for this. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with the E29. And we're just going to go in and put in a few strokes. And remember, I'm not making a whole bunch, just a few. And I'm going to go around where it needs to be for the contrast so that it'll make the hair look like it's in front of the other hair. Lit Zuckerberg's, however you say his name, stick me in FB jail. I'm not scared of that boy. Actually, I would probably laugh if that actually happened. I've actually been looking at building a website because FB has been so insane and not really reliable lately. I have been looking at a website where I can put all of our videos and maybe have videos on there too, just in case for, like, you know, like when Marilyn just couldn't get through and couldn't get on. You know, I don't want you guys missing out. So I've been looking at that option too. But I know how convenient Facebook is. So Denise, can you see how, I think you're still here. You asked if how I would do the highlights or the lowlights in black. So this is, and it's just exactly how I would do them with the brown. I just do them with my darkest color. Oh, Irina's been in FB jail before. I think the whole Lala team has been in FB jail before. There was one time I was in FB jail for like 3 days and didn't even know it. So it was during the middle of the week when I'm usually not online very much. So I didn't even faze me. I'm like, whatever. And when I found out, it had been like, I got the notification and it had been like 3 months later. Your doing hair is your downfall. You make it so easy. But I got that. You can get it, Marilyn. You don't worry, honey. You will get it. Just practice, sweetheart. And believe me, it's not always easy. One of the biggest reasons, I mean, did you see his hair when I very first started, how horrid it looked when I started out? That's one of the reasons that I started going back with my darkest color to put in the highlights so that y'all wouldn't notice how bad it looked. At least to me anyway. And I am my own worst critic. So, yep. So now I'm going to use my C7. That was my C9. I'm going to use my C7 to put those extra little strands in. Because remember I said I don't use my C8 go the next round. So I'm just using the C7 to go in between. I'm not pulling out the 9. I'm not blending it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going in between. Oh, now something fun about this part. Say you didn't want to do all black, like black. You've seen like the blue black hair kind of stuff. So you could take this as B97. I think you guys can see it. But instead of taking your C7 to go through, this is B97. And you can put some blue, make his hair like black blue, blue black. Bruise, I don't know. And you can just put some blue in his hair. Hi, Terry. And again, with this, I'm just going in between the C9 so that I don't blend that out. And now I'm just going to do a little bit from the top. That way it all comes together and kind of doesn't look like his hair is just faded. And again, if I wanted to do this, which I'm doing, I would wait until I was doing the highlights, you know, going back the second round. I wouldn't put this in the first round. So there is his blue-black hair. I'm glad you like it, Jackie. So let's see, what color did I use if I wanted to add purple? So if I use the same gray markers, the C markers that I used, just like I did just now, instead of using the B97, let's see. Sorry, excuse me. I would probably use like a V25. Let me see. Let me try it out. V28 might be a little bit too dark, depending. Yeah, definitely. I would totally go with a V25. Totally go with the V25. That would look so pretty in black. Here, you know what? We're gonna do this because you know how I like experimenting and having fun while y'all are here. So let's put some V in there. Make it blue, black, purple. My granddad was here, he'd say it looked like a bruise. And he would tell me that boys don't have purple in their hair, but today Luca is getting some purple in there. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see that real close or not, but I would totally put the V25 in there. It looks really pretty. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this little dude. This little guy is from Paper Shelter, and I will post his name because I have to get into my files to find out what his name was because I can't find him on the site anymore. So I will talk to Veronica and see if he has been retired or not. So let's see, we're gonna do his hair. You know what? We're going to do his hair two-toned. How's that? That is good for witches, Tina, that purple hair. Or green. Ooh, green. So we're going to go back to the E25, 27, 20, did I say 23? Oh my gosh, my brain. And 29. So I'm going to put the 29 aside. We are going to do, now this little boy, you can see he's got like a little part going on right here. So I'm going to separate that out a little. And I'm just going to go ahead and do his little part here. Oh, you found Jackie. You are so amazing. I love you. Thank you. You are the best. I must have looked for 20 minutes and didn't find him. So we're going to go ahead now. I'm not doing this side because we are going to make him two-toned. But I will do his little hairs there. And you know what? I've colored him like 3 times and I did not even see that hair right there. How bad is that? You are magic, Jackie. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up this way. And I love the Paper Shelter images. They're so much fun to color. I just love them. Her team is one team I would not mind being on at all. So I'm just going to go up. And he's got a little bit of shorter hairs here. So I'm going to make a little bit there. Let's see, now I'm going to do the E25. And again, I'm not going to go out all the way because we are going to make his hair two-toned. Now, sometimes I will go ahead and make sure that these little things right here stand out by putting the darkest, the E29. But it's getting to the point where I can't see them very well. Probably help if I had my glasses on. But, so I'm just putting a little bit of a thing right there so that I can see them for later when I do go back with the 29. And you can do that if you want to. It's not like, oh, you have to do this because it's going to be detrimental to your health. No. You can do it if you want. If it helps you, fantastic. If it annoys you, not so fantastic. So don't do it. So just flipping them around so I can come up from the bottom. leaving a little bit of light there, leaving no light here because this is going to be behind his head. Now I'm going to go in with the E23. Oh, that's awesome, Jackie. I love paper shelter stuff. I've been coloring them for like 6 or 7 years. I didn't find them until I left Stampin' Up. So filling that in. And I'm going to fill this, but I'm just going to make it, I'm not going to make the strokes like really filled in. Okay? Jackie, you are so funny, your delusional state of mind. You are so funny. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and switch to blonde hair. I'm gonna use E50, E51, E53, and E55. So I'm going to start with 55, and we're just going to be doing his bangs, because you know how boys do that. Girls do it. I don't know. Do girls do it? I don't know. My son does. He's like, I'm never doing that to my hair because it looks funny. But he's my video gamer, and he's not into that sort of stuff. Coloring his hair and everything. So there's the E55 just at the very tips. And then we're going to do E53. And just, again, just a few flicks. We're just getting that base down, and we're going to start blending the two together. So now E51, we probably won't even use E50 because I didn't leave a whole lot of room right here. And I'm just blending it. I'm just going right into the hair, into the brown. And I lied. We're going to use some E57 too. So E57, that way we can get some of this darker, you know, get these highlights in here. It'll kind of bring some of the brown in. And then I'm going to go back to my E55. Okay, and really kind of blend that E57 a little bit. And try to keep your thin strokes so that it will nicely blend. So I'm going to go back over here where it kind of got blended out, and I'm going to push some of this E53 into the E51 that we used. And you can see that it's really starting to blend together. Oh, good, Kim. I'm glad that you finally discovered them, and you can see how awesome they are. Whoops, wrong end. Now I'm going to use my E29, and I'm going to start doing all of those dark little highlights everywhere. Or not highlights, lowlights. And I'm going to put in a few little root hairs. And right now I'm just kind of going where the artist has gone. One thing I love about having artists that are so detailed like this is that they kind of tell you exactly how the image is. And they are such amazing artists that I don't really have to do a whole lot to make the image look good, because it already looks absolutely fantastic. And the way we color it is just going to enhance that even more. So I don't feel like there's a whole lot of fancy that needs to go on when you have such a beautiful image. See, and she's got some lines here. Go ahead and go up. Whoops, see? I should have this turned around because I just went into his ear. So there's some dark hairs. Let's see, go over to this spot that I've never noticed before today. Let's see, now we're going to use E27. Like I said, just go in between those lines that we made with the E29. And right here, I'm not going to pull this out a whole lot because I really want this to stay light. Here we go. Oops. See, I need to turn him around. Sorry. But I am just going all kinds of crazy because my hand is nutty today. But there is his hair. And you can always go in, like there's not a whole lot of the hair streaky lines. And you can still go in. My nib probably needs to be changed a little bit because I'm not getting those real nice lines with my E55. So that's how you do that. And we're going to practice more of this kind of hair on Saturday. I've already printed out Mermaid Molly, and then Jackie, what's her name? Help me out because I can't remember right now. I just printed her out because Meadow said she was cute. And I can't think of her name. So, but I will have links to both of these images, and we're going to be doing, I might even pull out a couple more. I'm hoping that I can make some practice sheets for you so that that way you guys have something to practice on and you don't have to buy a whole bunch of images and stuff like that. I mean, it's fantastic if you want to buy images because I know the people supporting me and letting me use their images are really happy with that. But still, I don't want to force you to buy stuff. But we're going to start, we're going to do rainbow hair, you know, just all different kinds of shades. So I'm going to put up a posting along with that poll about Zoom. But I'm going to put up a posting and you guys just put what color, like you want blue and pink, green and pink, purple and brown, you know, whatever colors you want. And I will go through and I will try to make as many color combos as possible for Saturday. Okay, so here is his hair, and then there's Luca's hair. And I will go ahead and get all of that set up and taken care of. Okay, so just let me know what color combinations that you want, and I will get that done. Okay, if you guys have any more questions on hair, please let me know. If you need help with an image, let me know, okay? And I will do my best to get to it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.